All right. So you found out you're working 4.5 hours, not 5.5 hours.
Yes, because I'm an idiot.
You're a moron. 2:30 to 7 is 4.5, not 5.5. No break for you.
My mind comprehended as 5.5, but then when I actually did the math, it's actually 4.5. And I'm just pissed because I don't even get a break.
Fucking idiot.
I learned from the best. You.
I think we're recording now. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to episode 3. Not 1 and 2, but 3. Un, deux, three.
Yes, because that's how the Spanish goes.
I'm very good at German. But
Dankeschön.
Dankeschön. Isn't that a Beatles song? No, not a Beatles song.
Dankeschön.
Is Ferris Bueller?
Dankeschön.
Who sings that?
It's I don't know.
Janis Joplin.
Yeah, okay. It's a little too cultured for her. I don't know, but it is German, isn't it? Dankeschön is thank you.
Yeah, I know. Dankeschön, thank you. Who sings the song?
Oh, I have
the
no
fucking song.
Ferris Bueller. Let's go with that.
Ferris Bueller. Okay, yeah. Matthew Broderick. We'll never get a sequel. Welcome to episode 3 of the podcast of J-Dog and Rye Bread. We are talking about some interesting things. We might talk about a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of politics, but most importantly, the biggest thing this entire week was DC dropped some trailers.
The DC fandom.
Yeah. We got a couple good ones. I think
they were all good.
They all were good? Okay, I'm not a fan of, one, but I'll get to that.
But that's in that area.
We'll save that for last, because that's the biggest topic. That's the hot thing of the week. So,
I agree.
All right, so, anyways, just before we start, how's your day? I like to start off, how's your day? How's your day?
It was good. I've been busy working all day. So.
Yeah. It was my birthday today.
It is. Happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you. Bullshit. I fucking worked on my own birthday.
That is just
it's never good. It's never good.
No.
And so especially when a customer's an asshole and shit.
Yeah.
They're like, it's my birthday.
Someone's gonna be like, hey, it's my day.
It's my birthday. You can't yell at me. I yell at me. But yeah, other than that, I got some nice gifts from my girlfriend and my mom. And
what'd you get?
I got a little music box.
Ooh.
I don't know if it's in here. Is it in here? Hold on, let me play it for the audience. Hey guys, hear this. My Lindsay, you'll know Lindsay. She got this for me. Watch this. Oh.
Now, for all you deaf people out there, I'm sorry, but this isn't for you.
What do they listen to a podcast for?
Exactly. Where's the video?
Where's the visual? I'm deaf. I can't hear shit.
That's a great deaf impression.
Yeah. Where is he now? Where you going?
Yeah.
We're so terrible. People are gonna.
So I was going to my Rocky Balboa. Hey, what's the video?
You're saying Rocky's deaf?
He does sound a little bit like he talks like, yeah,
no. He just talks like he's suffered a lot of blows to the head.
Yeah, let's go with that.
He's brain damaged, not deaf. There's a difference.
I thought he was an actor, not an actual boxer.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Stallone did some boxing.
Yeah, he did it all, but I think he just naturally has that accent.
I think that's an accent.
It's like a really thick New York. It's as if a New York accent was sound like from a deaf person. So that's what it sounds like. But it's not a dig at anything. I actually love it. I think it's very unique. It's like how Tommy Wiseau has an accent that's very distinguishable. That's a funny story, Mark.
What does he say he's from? He's from New Orleans.
I'm from New Orleans.
New Orleans accent.
Yeah, people are like, oh, yeah, okay.
New Orleans has an accent.
And they ask him where in New York? He's like, southern New Orleans.
New Orleans on the bayou.
And then every time you ask him, though, it changes. It's nobody, even Wikipedia doesn't even have an article. Well, they have one, but it's so incomplete.
It's just dot question mark.
It's where people don't even know where he got his money from.
A lot of people
don't know.
Some people have the theory that he got into an accident and he got millions of dollars from it, and that's why he talks weird and shit. He got into an accident or something.
Maybe.
That's a theory that Tommy Wiseau got into like a bad accident and
Like-
he got like $10 million.
Where he gets like a weird like you ever heard those people like they wake up and they have an accent? Like
Yeah.
just something like with their mind or something like that. And they just have it. That could be it, yeah.
Maybe I'll wake up and
Different
have
persona.
maybe I'll wake up one morning and have like a beautiful French accent. Oh, je suis Jordan. Et gros de moustache. Ryan, we do the podcast.
That sounds like a horrible French accent.
What?
I hope you wake up with that accent.
It's just not. It's not good French. It's just would they say piece of shit French.
It sounds like a really bad pedophile French accent.
Hey, sounds like kind of like Joseph Gordon-Levitt in The Walk. I walk on
That
my.
was a very like over the reach.
Yeah.
I think that was the point though, because he's very, well. Actually, if you ever watch interviews with the real guy, he is so over the top. It's like he's like, oh, you know, we were walking across and everything. So it is kind. I think he was doing not a French accent, but he was doing his impression of him, which that is pretty spot on. But doing a French accent just as is doesn't work. But since he's doing an impression of the guy,
Yeah.
it works because he is so energetic.
Okay.
But yeah,
I actually like that movie.
I enjoyed it too.
Yeah.
I even like the documentary Man on Wire.
Manwar is a good documentary. Yeah. I wish the movie showed more what he did because he did a lot more illegal shit.
Oh yeah, like what
Like-
was it? He
He also like cheated on his girlfriend. Like they didn't show that in the movie.
no, they did. That was at the end though, and
Yeah.
but that has nothing to do with like the plot. Like,
Yeah.
you know, because the main plot is him doing the impossible and something really risky,
Yeah.
which is putting a tightrope between the two towers
Yeah.
and walking with no safety net, which was very legal because they were still under construction.
Well, yeah.
There's definitely a lot of laws he broke, and even the cops were like, okay, but they were still impressed. But like, it's still a law.
Did it make you feel like you were gonna fall when you saw it?
Like Vertigo almost.
Yeah, like Vertigo. Yeah.
I not really because mentally I know it's a movie, but if I were to watch it like with an Oculus Rift on, or if I did like one of those games like scenarios, then I would feel like because I've done something similar to that, I would feel like I'm
They
gonna
should do like a
fall.
virtual reality of the walk. That'd be pretty.
That would be that even though you know mentally you know like oh this is generated like it's not real, but your senses because your mind and visual output are telling your mind like oh danger right
Yeah.
even though you feel like you're like your feet you're fine you're on carpet or whatever, but mentally like visual perception is messing with your and also you're balancing too.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, go see The Walk. Yeah, it's a good movie.
Coming to a theater near you.
Yeah, great movie. A good movie. First topic I thought we should talk about. This dickhead. He hinted that we're gonna do a little wrestling talk. I don't think we're gonna go too far with this, but stay tuned in a few days. Me and Lindsay are gonna do our top 10 favorite wrestlers of all time.
He wants to save the good stuff for his channel.
Yeah.
I see where it's
But like, Lindsay and we put a lot of effort into those lists, so we're looking forward to that. But I want to talk a little bit about the wrestling because I haven't watched wrestling in like 16 years. It's been a long time since I've actually watched wrestling. I don't even know what's going on right now.
I've seen some like here and there. Like my buddy Jason Toronto loves. We always, whenever I used to live with them, we'd always watch it. Like, Monday Night Raw, I guess. So yeah, like every Monday, and then we watch. What is his name? What is his name? Who am I thinking of? The big guy. He's got Paul Heyman with him.
Paul Heyman.
Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar.
God, I fucking hate Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Lindsay hates Brock Lesnar.
We found him to be the funniest thing ever, and the Wyatt twins.
God.
Or the Wyatt family, man, they were just like
they were creepy as fuck.
right. They come out, they got the beards and everything.
Yeah.
But we'd always just joke about how like silly and stupid.
You know, Brock Lesnar became like a UFC fighter and shit.
He did, yeah.
He was no George St. Pierre, but yeah. Wrestling. Okay. Wrestling for me was the WCW and the WWF.
Yes.
I watched the WWE for a little bit, but the wrestlers I grew up with was like Mankind, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Kane, Undertaker, Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh man,
that
hey, freak show!
Joe,
I'm going nowhere.
I got 3 minutes with you. 3 minutes of
Playtime.
Okay, can we just talk about the fact of how high most of the time, like in all the promos that like whenever Macho Man was around or Hulk Hogan were together, just how stoned out of their mind they were.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I thought the '90s was the best thing about wrestling.
Yeah.
The way
In
they
the
did.
late '80s, because then you could get away with so much shit.
Fuck, wrestling was everywhere because they did commercials. Macho Man Randy Savage did fucking commercials for cereal and shit like that. It was fucking great.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan was in Rocky 3 as Thunder Lips.
Yeah.
Amazing. He gets to fight Rocky. Like, what's happening? I love it.
Like they were literally how The Rock is known today. They were that known.
Yeah.
And they were that huge.
Yeah.
So
I feel like wrestling now is not a big deal as it was in the 90s.
No, it's very toned down now.
Yeah, like no one talks. When I talk to people, I barely know anyone that watches wrestling.
Yeah.
Like no,
we know one person, Naheem, watches.
Oh, does he?
I think so.
Naheem from work, he watches. I didn't know he watched.
I'm like
wrestling.
80% sure he does. I could be wrong, but I think he's mentioned that he does. Like he knows who like Macho Man, John Cena, all of them are. But like,
okay,
I think he used to, or he still does once in a while. But he's aware of it.
See, when I talked to him about like basketball, hockey, and film, but I didn't know.
Also, Naheem, if you're listening, if I'm totally wrong about you watching WD, I totally apologize.
Okay, but I think he does kind of remind me of a guy who would watch wrestling.
Yeah,
he
runs that energy. Like
he's got the energy, yeah. But for me, wrestling was the '90s. The '90s was the best for wrestling.
You had the video games.
Yep. I played like WWF SmackDown, Raw versus SmackDown, like
every year. Yep.
Yeah, I even watched the event when they first made the WWE, like when it first got like it mentioned stuff, and Vince McMahon mentioned it.
Oh
and shit.
my god, Vince McMahon!
I think it was always like a running joke that all the wrestlers like clowned Vince McMahon.
Oh yeah,
because he was like a joke or something. Like, I remember when WWE Stone Cold Steve Austin like had him on the ring. He brought a fake gun and he put it to his head, but it was just a bang gun with the bang, and Vince McMahon pees his pants.
The thing is, it's all what I like. A lot of people say, like, you get those people. Remember when we were kids, we used to like people would argue, be like, "Wrestling's real. It's the real thing ever."
It's not.
And it's scripted television. Yeah. Everything is planned out. Who's going to win the match?
Of course.
What's going to happen? All the feuds. It's all fake.
Of course.
Yes, feuds do happen, and yes, injuries do happen. Mm-hmm. That it can happen, but they try to be safe and they can they rehearse. It essentially you're watching a staged thing.
Yeah.
In real time. Think of it as like a play almost, except very like,
Bret Hart made a documentary. I watched it in college in my documentary class. Tony.
Yep.
Tony showed it to us.
Tony.
It was, I forget the documentary's name, but it was Bret Hart's. It was about his life, Bret Hart. And he says the amount of skill that it requires to wrestle is like, it's got to be perfectly choreographed.
Yep.
He's like, if you fuck up, you can get really hurt. Like, you're doing flips off rings, and you got to time it perfectly.
If you watch them, like when they try to get somebody into like a hold or whatever, and like bodies them, you can see how they're positioning them so that they take most of the blow instead of their opponent.
Yeah.
So it's safe, so you don't snap their neck or whatever, actually hurt them.
Yeah.
So it is, there's a lot of training that goes into it, not just for battle, but just to protect the other person.
Yeah. And Bret Hart talks about it because his brother Owen Hart died in the ring.
Yes, that can happen.
Because the accident, he died because of an accident. It happens.
Yes.
It's very dangerous, especially when you're doing like cage matches. Like you can fling someone, they can crack their skull. Like it's a lot of. The reason I do respect a lot of these wrestlers is because there's a lot of like physical, because they're very strong dudes. They gotta lift each other. Like you're lifting a 300-pound guy up and slamming them against the boards. And even though you're not like actually hurting them,
you still gotta pick them up. You gotta go through the motion.
Yeah, you gotta pick them up. He's like, and there's
just like a dance.
It's a lot of training, a lot of skill to wrestling, and I respect them. They're showmen. That's what
exactly. Yeah, it's like a modern day circus.
Yeah. That's why I think of wrestling. It's not like a real sport. There is real wrestling, real wrestling.
If you want real wrestling, go watch that. Or if you want actual fighting, go watch UFC.
Go watch UFC.
That is not planned. That is literally two people get in the cage or whatever.
Beat the fucking shit out of each other.
Pretty much, yeah. Yep.
But I liked old school wrestling. I used to watch the Royal Rumbles and shit like that, and I think
where they try and get like the case full of money, get the ladder, and go to the top.
Yeah. So big wrestling, like even when they don't even make wrestling movies anymore.
No, they used to
No.
with like was it like Kane, See No
Yeah.
Evil, whatever.
Oh
Yeah.
Lord!
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my God!
I don't know why that's the one that sticks out with me. And
You know what movie I watched a lot as a kid that had something to do with wrestling? Ready to Rumble. Do you ever seen that movie?
I don't think I have, which is odd because I've seen a lot of movies.
It's not a great movie, but I loved it as a kid.
I don't even think I've heard of it.
David Arquette is in it. Scott
no.
Glenn
No.
and Oliver Platt.
But now I've got to check it out.
Yeah. Oliver Platt. You know who Oliver Platt is?
Oh, I know Oliver Platt.
Yeah. He plays the main wrestler called Jimmy the King.
Really?
Yeah, and he actually is in the WCW. They have real WCW wrestlers. They have Sting, Diamond Dallas Page.
Do they play themselves?
Yeah, they all play themselves.
Okay.
Goldberg.
Oh yeah.
Goldberg. All of them are in it, and Joe Pantoliano plays the owner of the WCW.
Yep.
And basically, Jimmy the King's the heavyweight champion, and then he rigs the match.
Oh.
Like DDP, Diamond Dallas Page, actually punches him in the actual match and beats the crap out of him and takes the belt from him. And it's basically about these two guys who are diehard Jimmy King fans, and they try to get him back into wrestling and stuff. Yeah. And it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool movie. It's not like a great movie, but yeah, I grew up with that shit.
I'll
But
check it out.
check it out.
Definitely.
Anyways, let's talk about the DC trailers. You want to talk about the DC trailers?
Yes, I'm very excited about this. Let's start with
What do you want to start with?
we'll save the big one for last. I think which one we're talking
Yes.
about. The one that has that broke the internet.
Okay.
So let's start with the Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman, 1984.
We finally got to see Cheetah.
Oh dear Lord. Okay. I gotta say.
Now I'm curious.
I gotta say that cheetah looks crap. I'm sorry.
What?
I didn't think I thought the CGI looked pretty awful.
It's still it's still early. It's
I know
still
it's early.
development. You know, they have to release something. So
I got like a cat's vibe.
plus we're seeing like quick shots of it. So
I know.
I'll reserve judgment. But what
I was into it until I saw Cheetah. That was I'm like, ugh.
Here's the thing, though. I actually like the design.
Okay.
I like because it looks like Cheetah.
I know, but
Cheetah's supposed to look like a woman
I
with
know.
cheetah spots on it. You know,
it looks so weird. I don't know.
It looks like Cheetah.
I don't know.
Cheetah is.
I
They
didn't-
actually held a poll. What was it in like DC Comics or whatever in like the early 2010s? No, I think it was like 2008. They had a poll.
Okay.
And they actually did some research of who are the fastest DC characters. And they got like Flash and all that and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Cheetah was ranked, I think, number 6
Okay.
as the fastest character. So she's pretty fast.
Yeah.
She moves in the trailer. So I like everything they've done so far. And I think Kristen Wiig, thank you. I think she's a great choice. I think I've seen so far from the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, and with Chris Pratt and Gal Gadot back, especially that ending
Chris
of the trailer.
Pine.
Sorry,
Chris
not
Pine.
Chris Pratt. Chris Pine. So many Chris's.
There's a lot of Chris's.
Too many Chris's all
I gotta say just quickly, who's your favorite Chris? Favorite Chris? Out of Pratt, Pine, Hemsworth, and Evans, who's your favorite Chris?
See, they're all good though.
You gotta pick a favorite. Who's your favorite Chris?
Okay, so if I had to pick a favorite, I'd probably have to go with Chris Pine.
Oh, you're going Pine. Oh.
I like Pine. I like him. He's very
going Kirk.
I like Kirk.
Yeah, you're going Kirk.
They're all good, but if I had to pick one just for versatility, him.
I would probably go
Hemsworth.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's that or Evans.
Yeah,
I love Chris Pratt. I think he's funny. I love him in Parks and Rec.
I would. Yeah, I'd go Hemsworth.
Hemsworth. Yeah.
I like Hemsworth because I like his attitude, and he's kind of like a Thor in real life. That's just who he is.
Yeah.
Thor is just him, and I love him in Thor, and I love him in Rush. The movie Rush. Great movie.
Yeah, good Ron Howard movie.
Yeah, I like that. Anyways,
but yes.
Wonder Woman. I really I'll say this about the first Wonder Woman movie. I thought it was a very good movie.
It's a very good movie.
I thought it was a very good movie. The only two issues I had with that movie. Two issues. The ending I didn't like.
Oh, you mean the third act?
The third act didn't like it.
At the airport with the CGI.
Yeah.
Do
you know how powerful that movie would be if there was no villain? And when Chris Pine says, Steve Trevor says, he's like, "What if there is no God of War? People are just bad. People are just evil." I'm like, you know what? That is so much more deeper meaning than just some God controlling all the evil in the world. But no, he's like, people are just bad. People are just evil. He's like, there is no evil God after us. It's just people are bad.
See, I'm with you on that, but I also just thought just now, what if... Oh, wait, I lost it. Oh no, wait. What it's more of like the way they do it now is more like, and so that is a good analogy. That would have been great.
Yeah.
But I think they went the more optiper. I can't even see the word. The more
Obvious.
No. What's the opposite of pessimist?
Pessimist. Optimistic.
Optimistic.
Optimistic. Yeah.
Optimistic. I can't believe that, but like they went with the most optimistic viewpoint of just like, because then when they do
Good versus evil.
yeah, kind of, but like how everyone's like, like they're not actually bad, but they're being controlled.
Yeah,
so they're not evil, even though
But you know what? I
kind of like that viewpoint, but I understand. But with your viewpoint, I like that too.
I like that. The reason
it is a movie, so they did have
See, the good versus, we've seen good versus evil, and millions of movies have done good versus evil.
But also, people want to see a fight, so it's just like give them what they want.
But honestly, the No Man's Land, that's the best fight of the whole movie. When she fights at No Man's Land, and fights all the soldiers, that's fucking cool.
Oh, the slow motion just deflects a
that's fucking great. She's like
pretty dope.
Yeah, I think that's way better than anything in the third act.
Yeah.
But I like that
inspired people.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
also the movie could have been a feminist movie, but it doesn't be a feminist. The best part of the movie is when Steve Trevor said, he's like, no man has ever crossed this. Do you know what a feminist would say? I am no man. But no, she says, someone has to. That's all she says. Someone has
to. You think, in your mind, you're like, oh, she's going to say, I'm no man.
I am no man. Like I would have rolled my eyes like, oh my God, what a predictable, stupid line. But no, she says, but someone has to. Like,
I like both
that's
lines.
Great. That's a great line. Like, she's not talking about man or woman. She's just someone has to do it, though. Yeah. I can do it. Great line. Yeah. Anyways, 1984.
Are you excited for it?
Yes.
Me too.
Because I like her and Steve Trevor. I think they are the best of Wonder Woman.
It looks like they have that humor, especially at the end trailer where he's like trying on different. He's like, this is great, but I also like that. And then the fanny pack, she's like, oh boy. And then he's just like, what are these? Oh, those are parachute pants. Parachute pants. Was everybody parachute? Why is everybody parachuting these days? And I love that.
I love the two.
It's reversed now. She was a person at a time in the first one. Mm-hmm. Now she's so comfortable because she's, and now he's a man at a time. I love how it's reversed now, and it works. So
they're the heart and soul of both these movies. I think I
want to know how she's back though.
Yeah.
Because he's definitely not a part of her imagination. He's actually back. Because you see him fighting other people in the movie.
Wouldn't it be interesting if he was like a villain by the end or something? Like
maybe.
I
just want to know, like,
is he a clone? Maybe.
No, I think it has something to do with like because the gods, they can bring people back. Like Zeus. If you really go into like ancient Greek mythology or Greece, there is like.
I kind of hope it's not that because it's kind of like a Deus Ex Machina.
Well, I mean, if you really want to get into it, you know how Wonder Woman was created. She was molded from clay.
Yeah, I know.
So she wasn't actually born; she was actually made.
Yeah.
So this doesn't. It wouldn't surprise me if like he was brought back by like a magic or even the villain brought him back or something.
Is Patty Jenkins directing again?
She is. Yes.
Okay, cool. I like Patty Jenkins because she doesn't like get political. She just tries to make a fucking cool movie, and I think she can do it.
She makes movies she wants to watch.
I like the trailer. I don't like Cheetah, but I like the trailer.
I like Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal. I love Pedro Pascal.
His villain Maxwell Lord, who's very, you can tell, is very inspired by Trump.
I will watch anything Pedro Pascal because he's the Mandalorian. He was in what was that fucking movie called? I forget the movie. The one with Ben Affleck and Charlie Hunnam. It was a Netflix movie, came out last year.
Triple Frontier.
I actually like that movie. That was
I enjoyed it too.
I thought it was underrated.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
But I like anything Pedro Pascal does. I hate that he was in that stupid video with Gal Gadot, but other than that, I like him as a.
Oh, I also liked him in Kingsman 2. He was great.
Yeah, Kingsman 2 was pretty good. I didn't love that movie as much as the first one, but I still enjoyed it.
I'm the opposite. I liked him more than the first one.
Interesting. I didn't. I think that church scene in the first movie is fucking badass. That is such a cool fucking scene. But I'm excited for Wonder Woman 1984. There's a couple things I'm a little nervous about, but I think it's gonna be a good movie. I think it's
all in. I'm very excited to see it. All right. Okay, so
Suicide Squad.
The game.
Oh, Suicide the game.
The game first.
The game.
That looks great.
Looks good.
There was a leak 2 weeks ago of apparently Superman was gonna be the villain and they're gonna fight Justice League, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's not true. Why would they do it?" And then come the trailer.
Yeah,
it's exactly as it is.
Yeah.
So. And there's some leaked promo art which like had Superman with a target on his back, on the back of his head. I'm like, and then you find out that's the cover. So, I like that reveal at the end because if at the trailer it's like, well, you got Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang, all with their comic accurate outfits.
Is it going to be an M for mature game?
I think so.
Yeah, good.
And then you've got Deadshot,
Deadshot,
and then King Shark.
Yeah,
who I'm a big fan of. And everyone's just like, okay, I love that.
It kind of looks like when it started, it kind of actually looked like an animated series.
It did. Yeah.
It didn't look like a video game. It looked like an animated series. Like, oh shit, this looks pretty good.
And then they go fighting, and then they just how they're bouncing off each other. I'm like, yeah, that feels like them. And they're like, oh, who's the high value target? And it's Superman, but he's being controlled because he's got like purple eyes now. Yeah, and he kills a guy. Superman.
Do you play a lot of DC games?
I do. I used to play all the
Arkham
games.
Arkham games. Yeah. What's your favorite?
I liked
Arkham Origins. That's a good one.
I like Arkham City. Was Arkham City the second one after? No.
Yeah.
It was Asylum and City. City was my favorite.
Yeah. City was after, then Origins.
Yes.
So, then Arkham Knight.
Yes. And then
then the Telltale games. Those were good.
Yeah. And then now you have the sequel to the Arkham series, Gotham Knights.
Yeah.
Which is another game that was announced. Yeah.
Do you think this is going to be as good as the Arkham games?
I don't know. We'll see.
Like,
I will still play because I like their team. So
I'm curious when you play the game, like who you're gonna start off as, like Harley Quinn, Deadshot, like who you're gonna play as. Are you gonna play as every member of the Suicide Squad? Like,
yeah, all we saw was like a cinematic, not really gameplay.
Yeah, you didn't really see like the gameplay, like who you're gonna play as. Are you gonna? Is it gonna be like
you might go back and forth, or you might be able to choose your own, or create your team. I don't know.
It'd be hilarious if they did like the Ghostbusters game, and you're just like some guy who randomly joined the Suicide Squad. And you're just like, hey, welcome to the Suicide Squad.
Oh, you mean like the guy, like in Deadpool 2, where you have no power? It's just like weird. It's like, oh, I just had to get out and do a hug. It's like you're in. It's just like okay.
They should make a Deadpool game, and you play as Peter.
Peter, I love how Peter got his own poster too when it came out. Peter is the MVP. He's Sugar Bear is just the best. He literally has no. He's like, this is pretty scary. I have to get back home feed my cat now. He has no power.
Oh, I just saw your flyer. Oh, you're in.
oh, you're in. It's just like okay. Yeah. So both those games look good. I'm excited.
What about the movie Suicide Squad? The movie.
Oh, baby.
They didn't really show a trailer. They showed like behind the scenes.
They showed they had trailer piece in it. I actually watched a deep dive into that trailer because oh boy, and they figured out the whole movie.
Yeah.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yes.
It's basically just okay. So what they figured out is, there are actually two teams. Mm. You have the main team, and then you have the team that comes in after them because a lot of them do die. Even James Gunn said that in the trailer.
Mm.
And we can kind of figure out who's probably going to die. Like Javelin's probably going to die. Maybe Weasel. Like a lot of the like Polka Dot maybe. Mm-hmm. A lot of those side characters, but you won't kill the main characters, or maybe they will.
Deadshot?
He's not in the movie.
Oh, who's Idris Elba in the movie?
Oh, he's playing. Is it? It's not Bronze Tiger. It's another character. Essentially, in the comics, he shot Superman with a kryptonite bullet.
See, I'm sold.
He's a very B villain.
There's two things that's selling me. What?
So I hate to interrupt.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
But,
here we go.
Okay, I'm watching videos on Facebook.
Yeah.
And this is Brad Mondo. And basically he's a hairdresser. And he just watches hairdressing videos, okay?
Yeah.
So right now he's looking at a video of this guy who just got Princess Leia shaved into the back of his head. My question to you guys is, would either of you do it?
No.
I didn't see this at DC fan.
I know.
No.
I hate to interrupt, but...
No.
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 I wouldn't even be able to see with a mirror because I have to hold it weirdly.
No. Who the fuck would do that?
Just the person walking behind you at Starbucks, I guess.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Carrie Fisher, I miss her, but not that much.
It's a little.
Anyways.
So what was it? Right. So apparently the plot of the movie is there's this it's a South American company.
Yeah.
That is essentially a military coup is going on.
Okay.
Because James Gunn has described this movie as a 70s war movie, which I think is because that's exactly what the comic was. It's so fantastic. So apparently there's a military coup going on, and so they're sent in to deal with it, to assist with the coup to take over the government, right? But apparently something goes horribly wrong, so a lot of them die, and suddenly they call in. So that's Flag. So Colonel Rick Flag's
Rick Flag,
yeah.
Joel Kinnaman's back.
Yeah, and he's wearing his comic accurate yellow.
Yeah. Instead of in the movie, he didn't do anything.
No.
I don't know what the fuck he did.
I love how all the characters, even John, are down to their extremely accurate comic book look.
Mm-hmm.
John Cena's look is of his original look from like the 60s. It looks so cheesy, but it works.
Yeah.
But yeah, so apparently what's going on probably happens is they die because something apparently something happened.
Yeah.
Something landed there.
Mm-hmm.
So the villain apparently is Starro in the movie.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of Starro?
No.
So Starro is a great.
I didn't read Suicide Squad.
He was actually the first villain the Justice League of America faced.
Okay.
He's very famous. Essentially, what he is, he's a giant starfish that kind of comes down from like the moon, wherever. Finds other starfish, and essentially they clasp themselves onto your face, and then there's like an eye.
Oh, like a face hugger.
And then they're controlled. And then there's this famous cover on when they fought the Justice League of like all the DC heroes lined up, and they all had like a star on them, like Batman, Superman, so they're being controlled.
Yeah.
And in some of the photos, videos from the thing, you can look in the background. You can see these purple starfish on their faces. So, yeah, they won't come out and say it, but yeah, he's pretty much the villain, which I think is great. Okay. It's so weird. It's so
playing him.
Oh, so what's rumored is Taika Waititi voicing him.
Okay.
Because he's voicing a major character, but they can't say who yet. So, he's probably but yeah, so that's basically, it's very James Gunn, very weird. Like if you look at the character like Weasel, which is played by his brother, who also played Rocket. So, get some do weird characters. So I'm excited because all the looks like Polka Dot Man, Weasel, Peacekeeper, Ratcatcher, the Thinker, they're all there and they look like they're as weird as they are, they look like their comic book origins. So I'm very excited.
I'm excited.
Yes.
I'm gonna go very, but I'm excited.
This feels like the perfect James Gunn. But he's even like, if you follow him on Instagram on his story,
I do like Gunn. I do like James Gunn.
He said this is the most free movie he's ever made, and because he always goes on Instagram. He does like Instagram live videos when he's not has a free time on set or whatever, doing between sets. He's okay. Ask me anything. So like he'll do screenshots of like the question and his answer. He'll write it really quick. He does like 100 of them. Then someone asks him like, has this movie been has Warner Brothers been pressured on the movie? Have they been like very demanding for things? And he said, honestly, this is the most free movie ever had made. I have full creative control.
Oh, okay.
He says my cut, whatever, character designs, everything. Yeah. Even to write it. Mm-hmm. So he says with a Marvel, he didn't even have that because you have to work in like a time frame. Like, you get to do like your own little thing, but like in a zone, and it has to like correspond with other things going on. But with this, he said he had total freedom, and this is the most fun he's ever had making a movie ever.
I feel like,
and it looks like it too.
I feel like with DC, they have a little more, after the piece of shit DCEU, I feel like they're just saying, fuck it, just do whatever now. Look what we got with Joker, Joaquin Phoenix. I never thought we'd get a fucking movie like that twisted and fucked up. And I never thought we'd get movies like this. But I think it's the failure of the DCEU, like what it's been doing. Like, come on, like Batman v Superman and Justice.
I actually like, okay. All right, so since we're done with it, let's go on to the other trailer, which we knew was coming, which is Zack Snyder's Justice League. Okay. Because we're gonna lead in. That is leading into that now. So
okay.
I like how he gets to finally complete his trilogy. Because he had Man of Steel,
which I didn't like.
It's a hit and miss for me. And then he had Batman vs Superman,
which I didn't like.
Which again is a hit and miss for me. And then with this one, he finally gets to complete his Superman
Justice
arc.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited because what's great is, even if you don't like it, the idea of like an artist finally finishing what they started and have creative control, that's very liberating. That's nice.
I gotta say,
just the idea of that is really nice. And everything I've seen so far, I'm like, okay, this looks. And he said it's gonna be not a movie, but a 4-part miniseries, an hour long each.
Okay, I'll say
4 hours.
I gotta say this. I know when I'll admit to a wrong.
Right. That Justice League movie was crap.
Yes. Okay.
That was so garbage.
Zack Snyder. I don't mind Zack Snyder. I don't mind.
He's a decent guy.
I think, controversial as it is, I think Watchmen's his best movie. Yeah, I love it. I think it's fantastic. I think it's fucking amazing. I think it does everything that it needs to do. I think the writing is great. The style is fantastic. Every performance is fantastic. And it doesn't give a fuck about people's feelings. I love it. It's a movie that feels like it was made in the 70s, and it's a fuck you to people, and it's great. I love it.
It's good, but I like graphic novel better.
I love it. anyways, I digress. But
Yes.
I was never for this Snyder cut. I was kind of against it because I was kind of like a Joss Whedon fanboy, and I wanted to give him like his dues. But now, like looking on it, my fandom for Joss Whedon has gone like way down and stuff, and just the kind of the stuff he said about like the cut and about a lot of personal things. I'm just like, honestly, he needs to shut the fuck up. And when Ray Fisher kind of told, and
they're actually investigating that right now internally.
Even Ray Fisher kind of laid into him pretty good. It was pretty funny. But I don't know. Joss Whedon always talks a big game, but honestly, he is talented, Joss Whedon, but he's not like the fucking king of the nerds like he thinks he is. But it's
very sad. Like, do you know why Josh Schneider left? Or sorry,
a death in the family.
His daughter committed suicide. So
family,
it's a lot. So of course he had to.
Yeah,
understandably so, leave the movie because it is. Yeah, that's already stressed him out, and you got to deal with that. So.
And the reason I wasn't excited for the Snyder Cut is because I didn't like Man of Steel, and I didn't like Batman v Superman that much. I thought they were I thought Man of Steel was crap. I didn't like it very much.
Do you know why I'm excited to see this? Because one, you get to see Superman in his black outfit again, Mr. Resurrected.
Yeah, that's cool.
And two, the main thing was Superman was supposed to be a villain in this movie.
Yeah.
And then we finally get to see that now. But in the other one, they make him like a tiny villain at that fight scene.
That's literally the best part of the movie, too.
Yeah. But apparently that is supposed to be like only a part of it. Like he is supposed to, because he's still trying to, you know what I mean? So I like how they're going to explore that now. And that is what excites me.
I really just
the
thing I hated the most about that Justice League movie was fucking Steppenwolf. I think that was the stupidest villain I've ever
design they went for him, that is not even his design.
No, that was just, who is he? Some bad guy. That's what he is. Bad guy. Like, what do you know about him? I don't know. He's a bad guy. Big CGI bad guy. Once.
I like this one because it looks scary. Like this one, like the original version, which you saw in the trailer. Which was also in Batman vs. Superman and that hologram. So
and I felt
that looks cool.
Another thing I didn't like about the Justice League is that no character was interesting, with the exception of Jason Momoa. I thought he was probably the most interesting. But Ray Fisher has nothing to do. Like, he does nothing in the movie.
They stripped him and Flash. They stripped him of a lot of their stuff.
Ezra Miller was fucking annoying, and I like Ezra Miller, but he was irritating in that movie. He would his jokes were unbearable.
Do you know, that was a lot of Josh Whedon.
I've got it. Yeah,
trying to humor it up.
Yeah. Oh, it was
did not
stupid.
Fit with the movie because it was not supposed to.
And Batman v Superman, as much as I don't like that movie, best part of that whole movie was Ben Affleck. I loved him in that movie.
And we get to see him really add, like even. What, that ending shot where he's like uniting them at the end?
Yeah,
that is the bet. That's Batman,
and that's why That's why I didn't like him in Justice League. All he does in Justice League is get the team together. That's it. He doesn't do anything.
Right?
He's just like, all right.
He's the Amanda Waller almost. Just like, but
he doesn't do anything.
But I'm like how it's gonna be 4 hours now because you actually get to let them breathe and like.
Yeah.
Plus, you get to see more Cyborg. You get to actually get to see. Apparently, Zack Snyder said, Cyborg is the heart of the movie.
Okay.
Because even in the trailer, you do see him, like, you get to see the death of his father because of him. And you get to see him trying to dig up his grave in the trailer. Like, he is, and you see his college football days. And then you got to study the stuff with Flash. Also, we finally get to close out. You do see in the trailer, he does do the time travel to Batman vs. Superman. Because you do see, like, the Speed Force at the end of it, where he's in that weird... I
just don't want any more of that, like, cringy dialogue. Like Lois Lane saying, you smell good. Did I not before? I'm like, oh my god!
There's a rumor that she might die.
Good.
Apparently, here's the thing, though. Remember that future that Ben Affleck saw?
Yeah.
With him, and then Superman's the villain.
Yeah.
And he said Lois is the key. Well, the theory is though that when Superman's resurrected, he doesn't know who he is. He accidentally kills Lois.
Okay.
And then that's what sets him on the dark path. Kind of like the Injustice game, right?
Yeah.
How Joker killed Lois.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally breaks him, which is understandable, but like. So there is an idea that is what sets him on, which would make sense, you know. So maybe Barry fixes that. Maybe time travel. Possible. So that's why I'm excited to see this because I'm like, okay, what's the true vision of this movie supposed to be? Instead of that mangled garbage movie we got, which is just a studio release. I actually want to see Zack Snyder's.
Actually, I like Amy Adams, but I fucking hate her as Lois Lane. I thought she sucked.
I thought she was okay.
I hated her as Lois Lane.
Yeah, not my favorite, but she was okay. Serviceable.
I will never blame Henry Cavill, though, because I know it was the direction he was given. I think he's a great actor, but I just don't think he's a good Superman. But
I think he's a good... I think in this one, we're going to see a dark Superman. Well, like, you know, because he's got, like, even in the trailer, he's got the black suit on now.
Yeah.
The resurrection.
I'll say the trailer looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
How about that?
It looks like this. Look, So it's not gonna blow my mind, but I want to see it.
All right, let's get to Batman. Come on.
All right,
let's get to Batman.
The one that broke the internet.
Great trailer.
Thoughts on Rob Pattinson being Batman after seeing that trailer?
Badass.
Are you sold?
Yeah, I was before. Yeah,
but that trailer, I love how it's not like explosions and like the world's ending. It's Batman being a detective.
That's what I always wanted.
It literally, you know what it looks like? It looks like David Fincher directed this movie.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? It looks like Zodiac, but in Gotham City.
Yeah. My favorite.
And the Riddler in the beginning doing the duct tape.
Of course.
That's Paul Dano.
Yeah, Paul Dano. Yeah, and you see Colin Farrell with the makeup.
Yeah, it took people a day to figure out who that was. Like, and then they're like, oh,
yeah,
because you can see that that's him as the Penguin.
Yeah,
he's got like a scar here.
Yeah,
that's a lot of process.
I mean, doesn't look like Colin Farrell.
It took the internet like a day to figure out who that was because like who is that? And they're like, oh, that's Colin Farrell.
It's Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
I think the suit looks pretty cool.
I like it.
I like it. The classic Batmobile, that was pretty cool.
He's got like a souped up Camaro.
Yeah,
and it looks like he built himself.
Feels like a classic Batman look. I like it.
I like the look they went for because what we're seeing here, what Matt Reeves says, is we're not seeing a year one Batman. We're seeing a year two. He's still learning. Yeah, but this is not an origin. He's in his second year. He's still working out the kinks. His car is a souped up Camaro with like a jet engine. That looks freaking great. Yeah. It doesn't look like this over the top. Like I like the Tumbler from the Christian, but it looks a little too. Yeah, it's a tank. Yeah, billionaire.
I still like the Michael Keaton Batmobile. That's a classic Batmobile. That's how the Batmobile should look. But anyways, I love that he doesn't say "I am Batman." He says "I am vengeance."
I love that. Who are you supposed to? And that fight.
Yeah.
The
punches just
breaks his arm, and then bam, he's like vengeance.
And then he keeps punching him, just like that's Batman. He's brutal.
And he's still figuring out.
It's very Frank Miller. I love it.
And he doesn't kill, but he's still figuring out.
Yeah.
What I like Matt Reeves said is Batman is not really a hero. He is a hero, but he's not. So you have people who fear Batman. Like the police department actually fear Batman. But so do the citizens of Gotham City because he's like a legend. Batman, they don't really see him as a hero yet, but he is.
Batman's the biggest hero of the whole comics because he will do things that he thinks is that need to be done, but Superman won't be able to do them because he has a moral code.
Yeah.
Batman has no moral code. Batman will do it. He's like, no, this is right. Fuck you, I'm doing it. Even if I have to go and drill this guy's face, I will go do it. And then Superman's like, no, you have morals. Because Superman's more of a Boy Scout.
Yeah.
But Batman's like, fuck this shit, I'll do it. That's why I love Batman. That's why he's my favorite superhero.
What I'm so everything I've seen and everything about this movie I'm excited about. But what I'm really excited about is that Matt Reeves said at DC fandom is it's a very simple story, but it's a detective story.
Yeah.
And how everybody interweaves together. Like you have Zoe Kravitz as a Catwoman.
Yeah, Selena.
She looks good.
Yeah.
Breaking the safe, they get in a fight. Okay, okay.
They're kind of doing the Dark Knight thing. Yes. Making her a cat burglar.
Yes.
Like, that's what they did with Anne Hathaway. Like, she was like a cat burglar.
Yeah. So, she's got like that little ski mask with a little pointy, it kind of looks like a cat. So, and then you have, he's collaborated with him on, like, because he worked on the Planet of the Apes movies, Andy Serkis.
Yeah, Andy Serkis.
He's playing Alfred, and you hear him in the trailer. He's like, oh, you've become a bit of a legend.
Yeah, you don't get to see him, though.
No.
I wanted to see it. Like,
I want to see his look.
The suit.
I want mustache. Like
I love to see a great mustache on him.
Yeah,
I do the classic animated series look. Like I like that. I loved Michael Caine as Alfred though. Like he was one of my favorites.
He was good. I like this movies. But this movie, it's just because he there's no like saving the world. I think it literally is like there's a serial killer loose in Gotham.
The Riddler is Paul Dano's voice is cool.
People cracked the riddle already. Did you read that?
Yeah, it's not that hard of a riddle.
No. What is the riddle? What does a liar do when he's dead? And then somebody cracked it.
Yeah.
He lies still, which is a pun because he's lying, still not telling the truth, and then he's like actually lying still, like he's dead. It's a pun, and I'm like, yeah, it sounds like the Riddler.
Yeah.
But like he,
I love
like
that you don't get to
Zodiac, and I love that.
I like that you don't get to see the Riddler. No. They're saving it.
Very Zodiac-ish. Yeah. Yes.
I feel like if this movie's great, they can do Batman villains that they can actually. Like, because one of my favorite Batman villains in comic books is Mr. Freeze. I think he's a great character. But they ruined him in Batman Robin because of Arnold. Like,
Freeze man,
Freeze
Batman.
But I feel like now because the Riddler, because Jim Carrey was kind of a silly Riddler and shit, but now they're making him a cool, serious character. They can do that with Mr. Freeze now. Mr. Freeze is a great character. I love Mr. Freeze. I feel like if after this movie, they should bring in Mr. Freeze. I really do.
What I also like is Matt Reeves said Joker's not in this world yet.
No.
The Joker hasn't happened.
Don't put we've seen Joker.
That is why he's not. He wants to actually, because it's over and done with. We've had a movie. I like Joker, but it's, let's see other people shine.
I'm done with Joker. Joker, we've seen so many Jokers.
That's why I like this, because everybody knows the Riddler, but not a lot of people know the Riddler.
Yeah, Edward Nygma.
Yeah, Edward Nygma.
Like
he might have a different last name in this though.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
because Enigma and Enigma.
Yeah,
it's a mystery wrapped in a riddle.
Yeah. But I think it looks good.
The score sounds great. Cinematography looks great. Jeffrey Wright as Commissioner
Gordon. Good actor.
Who's what, lieutenant in this now?
Yeah.
And you actually see the commissioner in front of the reporters. So
again,
apparently it does deal with corruption too.
Yeah.
In the police force.
Yeah.
See, Gotham. So.
The Dark Knight trilogy.
It's a crime movie.
The Dark Knight trilogy did all this too.
Yes.
But I think this one will do it in a little bit different way.
It's very atmospheric.
Because in Batman Begins, he's a lieutenant. In Batman Begins, he's not commissioner. He doesn't get commissioner until Dark Knight. But I think this one
actually is like a crime.
Yeah.
It feels like a gangster, a crime movie.
My favorite Batman comics is Batman Hush and The Long Halloween.
I knew you were gonna say that. It's a good one.
The Long Halloween is a whole murder investigation, investigating these murders through all these seasons, like Valentine's Day, Halloween, Christmas. And the twist is it's Two-Face's wife, Harvey Dent's wife, not Harvey Dent. Sorry, spoilers for the comic book, but that whole thing is a detective story. And I want this movie to be like The Long Halloween.
And I feel like it is.
Yeah. But
rumors it would take reference from that, and it feels like it is.
Yeah. I want to like a Batman Hush and stuff. So
I like The Dark Knight Rises. Oh, sorry, Dark Knight Returns.
The animated one.
No, the graphic novel.
The graphic novel
from the 80s.
Yeah, and they made it into an animated movie.
Yeah, you had the female Robin, who you don't see a lot of. I think she was great.
Yeah. Who's your favorite Robin? Who's your favorite Robin?
I like the female Robin.
Really?
With the big glasses. I'm her.
More of a Tim Drake fan.
Tim Drake's good.
I like Tim Drake.
I like Nightwing.
Jason Todd is cool as Red Hood. And Dick Grayson's better as Nightwing. But
so speaking of these like Batman now, they talked about the new Flash movie.
Yeah.
Did you see the art they released?
Yeah. I'm kind of so in the movie.
Do you know who he was with in that?
No.
He had a yellow bat symbol on him. Who has a yellow bat symbol?
Yellow bat symbol? Batman.
Which one? Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton, Batman, yeah.
He's with Michael Keaton, and they even confirmed that, yes, that's Michael. So you get to see Michael
like
Keaton's.
a multi-universe?
Yes.
Like, okay.
So what happens is Flashpoint and Ben Affleck's coming back, so we're going to have two Batmans in this movie.
Oh, okay.
And they did confirm that at the fandom. So essentially, it's the Flashpoint movie. So we are going to see multiple universes. So essentially, Michael Keaton is coming back. He was confirmed months ago. He's going to come back as a mentor figure to Barry. And you actually do see the new suit for him, too. And he creates it for him.
If they put Christian Bale in the movie, that'd be pretty great, too.
That would, but I doubt they would.
Get all the Batmans in it. That'd be pretty hilarious. Get Kevin Conroy.
But what's great is this Flash already proved the multiverse exists. Because if you ever watched the show The Flash, Ezra Miller did come on as his Flash.
Yeah.
And he comes in and they meet and they love each other.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Why do you keep calling yourself the Flash?" And Ezra Miller asks him. He goes, "That's my name." And he goes, "Oh." And then you find out that's where he gets the name from the Flash from the show.
Yeah.
Because he didn't know that's what he's like. Oh, that's a good name.
Yeah.
The Flash. And they just like, "Whoa, you're Barry Allen. I'm Barry." So it proves the multiverse, and he knows that too. So this is great that he gets to go to Michael Keaton. And people thought he was just gonna be a mentor figure.
Yeah.
But with the concept art, you do see like the yellow bat symbol.
Yeah.
Slightly updated bat, with a cowl that moves, and it's Michael Keaton. And I'm like, that's cool. We actually get to see him in Tim Burton's Gotham.
Yeah.
Fighting.
I do like that.
We get to see Ben Affleck come back as Batman too, as another mentor. So this is cool. So Barry Allen gets to be trained by Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck.
Who's your favorite Batman?
Michael Keaton.
Me too.
But
Michael Keaton in
my second favorite, if this is good, Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, you have to see the movie though. You can't say it yet.
No, but I'm saying if it is, everything I've seen so far, especially that end shot at the end of the Batman trailer where you see him looking over his table, like how it's getting to him.
Yeah.
It's dark.
And Robert Pattinson's young, so that means he can probably do these movies for a little bit if he continues on with them.
Yeah, and you know what I hate? I hate those people who just say like, "Oh, the Twilight actor."
Oh, come on, that was so long ago.
I know, but people still like. Even Marco said that where he's like, "Oh, wasn't he in Twilight?"
But like, yeah, you know why? Because all
I think it was Marco said that. Somebody said that word.
Because Robert Pattinson, all his movies he's done after Twilight, they're very small films. So I guess a lot of people haven't seen them.
Yeah,
like Good Time, Lost City of Z. Like they're very like
low. The Lighthouse.
The Lighthouse.
He's just a great.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm surprised he hasn't been nominated or won an Academy Award yet.
Yeah.
He is such a good actor.
Because he's never done like anything huge, like blockbuster wise.
His biggest one is Tenet, which apparently he's very good in it too.
Yeah, but like, because a lot of people think of him as Twilight. Twilight was a big, huge culture phenomenon.
I know he kind of left that limelight for a big movie, and they went to studio.
The funny thing is,
I think it's great that he worked in small films because that build up is.
When you watch all the interviews for Twilight, every actor even all the directors were promoting the movie, but you see Robert Pattinson, he's the only one that never was actually promoting the movie.
Nobody hates Twilight more than Robert Pattinson.
Yeah,
you could see he loathes those movies.
There was an interview he did for like New Moon, and they're like, "Oh, so why should people see it?" He's like, because they saw the first one.
Yeah, he did.
That's all he's like.
You can tell he did it just for the money, which I don't blame him. You gotta pay bills. I get it. I do the same thing, but yeah. But you could tell, like with these other roles he's done, he loves the craft. Yeah, he's shining. I like Robert Pattinson. I've never seen a bad performance from ever.
The exception of Twilight.
Even in that he was good. Let's just say that. Like
I liked him in Harry Potter as
yeah, that's right. I forgot he was.
He was Cedric Diggory, Hufflepuff. Yeah. I liked him in Harry Potter. I think he was really good. That's why I gave him credit, even when he was doing Twilight. I'm like, no, he's got talent. You watch.
And then
you watch.
If you would have gone back in time and told yourself in 10 years that Edward Cullen is going to be Batman, what would your younger self say?
Most people would have laughed. Like,
would you have laughed back then?
Probably.
Would you be like, what? No.
Yeah, I probably.
Mr. Sparkles is going to be Batman.
I said the same thing when Heath Ledger was going to be Joker. I'm like,
a lot of people did.
A Knight's Tale. Patrick.
10 Things I Hate About You.
Patrick from 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah.
The guy that died in The Patriot.
That's the Joker?
That's the Joker.
And then look what happened.
Teen heartthrob.
And they died.
Yeah, and then he passed away, but he goes down as one of the greatest Jokers ever in film. Fucking won an Oscar. 2 Jokers won an Oscar.
Actually. I like him and Jack Nicholson.
I love Jack Nicholson. He had fun with it.
Oh, yeah.
Cesar Romero.
Oh, yeah, the original from the
I love that
West
shit.
Batman.
Mark Hamill's my favorite Joker, though.
It's a fun fact. Cesar Romero would not shave his mustache in the show, so they actually.
Oh, you could tell.
So they painted white over.
You could tell.
Yeah.
Oh,
but he refused to shave it. So like, okay, so they just painted over it, and you could tell it's there.
It's like Henry Cavill CGIing his mustache out in Superman.
I'm just glad with the new one we don't have to see that anymore.
It's like so ugly.
And he was just like, the mustache, right? Because when he was filming Fallout and there's a break, the studio wouldn't let him shave for reshoots because apparently his mustache was vital to the movie. So in his contract they actually wouldn't let him shave his mustache.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That opening scene to Justice League with the kid has the camera, you see the CGI lip. I'm like, oh my god.
I'm just glad that's gone.
What is that? I almost laughed. My god.
It's so bad.
He's like smiling and his like lip is not even.
Well, they had to recreate the bottom half, like his jawline, because you can't just replicate one part. Essentially, it's just easier to replicate like the whole jaw. But then like the nose looks too big. It's bad. And then it's hard. And plus they had a time crunch, so that doesn't help either. Mm-hmm. I'm sure if they had enough time, they could have maybe.
That's fucking.
But still, that's so sad. They had to spend like $15 million just to remove a mustache when it's easier just to shave and just apply a mustache.
Honestly, they should have spent the money. They should. Superman with a mustache would have made more sense than that bad CGI.
People wanted to see that would have brought in more people.
Superman with a mustache would have been more better to see than a CGI lip.
Honestly, that would have been.
Would have been
could you imagine raising from like the dead? He's got a mustache. Be like, that's great. He looks like a '70s action villain.
It's Magnum Superman.
Yeah.
Superman PI.
Just bring in Tom Selleck as a stare. Does not.
He knows Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford, Superman.
Oh my god.
Get off my Krypton.
You just stare at them and be like, I love in the interview on Conan, they're like, people say you're grumpy. He says, who says that?
So, what is your favorite Batman movie?
My favorite Batman movie would have to be. I like the original because it's Prince.
Yeah.
Prince is in it, and Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
That's great. I love Prince. Oh no, Batman Returns.
Oh, Michelle Pfeiffer.
That one oozes sexual chemistry.
Just the pussy I've been looking for.
Yeah. Honey, I'm home. Oh wait, I'm not married.
I think that's the best Danny Elfman score of the Batman's. The score.
It's the creepiest movie.
Yeah, it's creepy. It's 14A as well.
Like when she fucking dies.
Yeah.
Pardon my French. But,
Yeah.
And then she comes back. She's all painted in white. And she's got the wound on her. She looks terrifying.
I like Max Shrek. He's cool.
Chris Walken.
Curiosity did what to the cat? She's like, she like punches out the window. I'm like, oh
and
shit.
then she dies, and then all the cats come here like, what, are they gonna eat her?
Yeah.
It's a scary movie. Oh, and then the penguin in the sewer. That's creepy.
Yeah.
I watched it as a kid. It kind of terrified me.
Yeah. Teach your mind, blubber trick.
And then she actually puts like, oh, do you want to? I just learned the other day, Michelle Pfeiffer. Do you know that why the outfit was so skin tight?
Why?
It was vacuum sealed.
Oh my god.
Before each take, they vacuum sealed it so she could only do it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Not even 5 minutes for a scene, because your skin can't breathe. That's not good. So as soon as they held cut, they had to get her out.
You know, I like how
their skin could breathe. You can't cut off. Yeah.
I liked how they did the stitching. Do you know why? Because she looks like It's like a Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
Just
put back together
with the stitchings and stuff.
Yeah.
It's very like Frankenstein. I like that shit.
Yeah.
That shit's cool. But yeah, I my favorite is The Dark Knight as a movie. But I love like movies like Batman '89 and Mask of the Phantasm. Like,
that's a good one.
Those are like just really personal favorites of mine.
Called the best Batman movie.
Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, that was our DC fan news, fandom trailers. I'm excited for Batman the most.
Yes, I'm excited for all them. Like Suicide Squad, I love James Gunn and his weirdness. Especially Weasel. Like I'm just saying for that and Polka Dot Man.
Polka Dot Man.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
It's just so James Gunn and weird.
Oh God.
But yeah, I'm excited for all of them. The Batman. I'm sold.
So in the next couple of days, 2 things are coming out. Mulan.
Yeah.
And The Boys season 2. What is more exciting?
Mulan? Are you kidding me?
Pay the $30 for Mulan.
The Boys.
The Boys. That looks good. I can't wait to watch that.
You spank them.
Spank them.
Spank them.
I'm actually really looking forward to The Boys.
I just like watch it because I used to live in Toronto and they film in Toronto. So sometimes I'll watch these. I'll be like, oh, you just go walk in there. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
So I just love that.
Maybe the next episode we'll actually talk about The Boys because maybe it'll be out by then.
Oh, and I think by the next one, the Dune trailer's coming out.
Oh, Dune.
Warner Brothers said September 9th.
Yeah.
So maybe on or not is when the official... Yeah. But it is apparently playing in front of Tenet starting August 30th in theaters only.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be a long weekend because I don't know what movies to watch. I don't have a lot of time, but I'm going to get some reviews out for you guys. But I just don't know. I don't know yet.
We're either going to go see Sunday... Tenet?
We'll probably see Tenet, Bill and Ted,
Face the Music.
Both. Who knows what's gonna happen?
Whoa, two-time movies.
Yeah.
One serious, one excellent.
Okay. Last question. Serious question. Serious.
Yes.
Be serious. Ooh, you're touching me.
You had a fabric on you.
Ooh. Oh, talk dirty to me. Seriously.
Yes.
If you're an American citizen, who do you vote for in the election? Biden. Trump.
Sleepy Joe.
Trump, Biden, or no one?
Biden. Trump is he's a child. Biden has experience. He's not perfect, but compared to Orange Man there.
Orange Man bad?
Yeah. Trump is just full of hate and he's just full of lies. Biden's not perfect, but he has experience.
I think Biden's full of lies too.
Oh, all politicians are, but Biden is the safer bet.
Yeah.
At least Biden's not going to doom us.
I don't agree, but
that's fine.
I don't agree. I don't like Trump.
Honestly, I'd rather have Bernie Sanders.
I hate that he endorsed Biden. Like, what a
it's a political move.
What a fucking coward. I'm sorry.
You're playing the field, and it's not a coward.
I got pissed off by it. I couldn't watch it.
He's not a coward at all. He's playing the field. You're doing what a political person does. You play the field to try and get as many seats as possible. You make friends, not enemies.
I know.
Because they can help you later on.
I feel like he could have had
And
a
then
lot
they
more.
can team up on things together,
Yeah.
so which they kind of already have.
Because
So I think it's smart what he's doing.
I don't know.
You don't make enemies, you make friends. You make allies.
Because he was smack talking Biden when he was going against him. And now he's like, oh, yeah,
Well,
vote Biden.
As you're opponent, you're supposed to, but once you see how it's actually going to pan out,
Yeah.
he's going to get them more votes, and probably chances are he's going to become the new president. You make allies with him.
That's
smart.
I think the United States is fucked either way.
Definitely.
I think Biden will fuck them. I think Trump will fuck them too. I think they will suck balls.
All I know is if Trump gets elected again, it's not going to be good.
Yeah, there's one thing I can say he's done. He's done good for the economy. Like he's got unemployment went down 20%, and it is facts. I give him that. He did make the job market better than Obama did, so I can give him that one thing. Honestly, I think I don't know, but
I have a different viewpoint, but again, that's
but I made a bet with you a month or two ago that Trump will win the election. I don't want him to win, but I think Trump will beat Biden. Personally, I just think so.
Well, let me tell you something. There was this guy.
Yeah.
He's predicted every election since Reagan, I believe it was, and he's been right every time.
Is he a Nostradamus?
No, he's a statistician. I don't know what the word is. Essentially, he looks at like the numbers,
and
he's predicted every one since. Even ones where he said like that's not possible, and they won.
Did he predict Trump beating?
Trump will lose.
Did he predict Trump beating Clinton?
Yes.
Interesting.
Early on, before like the debates and everything, when he was nominated, he looked at numbers. He said Trump is going to beat her. He even said in this one, Trump's going to lose. Biden's going to win by a landslide.
A landslide.
He says, but people are like, well, what about the debates? He says debates don't matter. If you actually look at it, debates mean nothing. They're more just for show off.
Interesting.
He says, if you look at the numbers now and how many seats he has and everything, Trump's going to lose.
Yeah.
Biden will win.
I just don't think so. I don't want Trump to win. I don't want Biden to win either. But I think Trump will win. I don't know why. I
that is
have
his
a feeling.
Official selection right now. He's never been wrong.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I just have this. I have this dark feeling that Trump's winning.
The only time he was wrong is when George Bush and Al Gore were going at it. Al Gore won the popular vote.
Mm-hmm.
George Bush lost, but he said that Al Gore would win. But then there was the whole Florida recount thing, and then they didn't recount.
Mm-hmm.
But if they would have recounted, Al Gore would have won, so they actually went with Bush. It's very complicated, but yeah. So he technically was right, but he was wrong at the same time, but he was actually kind of right.
So, anyway. In the Canadian election, are you voting Liberals or Conservatives or NDP?
Liberals.
Liberals?
I don't like the guy they picked for a Conservative, Aaron O'Toole.
Yeah.
He's all right, but he's not, no.
I voted NDP last time. I'm glad they lost. I usually am because I'm a centrist. I'm not a left wing or right wing, but NDP went full left wing. My God! But I don't know who I'll vote for. I might even go conservative. Fuck
Jack
it.
Layton.
Yeah, he's dead.
The ghost Jack Layton.
Only man I think could have changed the country of Canada by Jack Layton. But Jack Layton passed away. The only good politician I liked. But I might even vote conservative just as a fuck you because I don't know. I don't like the Liberals, and I don't like.
I respect your decision.
And if Singh is NDP again, then fuck that. But next week, we'll maybe talk boys, the boys, not about boys. That's fucking creepy.
That's sad.
Yeah, the boys.
Talk about men.
Men. There's no men in this room.
No. Well, there's just one.
Ew.
We all looked at Lindsay, by the way, since she can't see us.
Oh, so that's what
she's the most manly person here.
That's what you stick in me every night, a penis. That's why I like.
No, that's me.
That's why I like it so much. The boys, Mulan, maybe other things. Dune trailer you said is coming out.
It's September 9th, officially. Warner Brothers said today.
September 9th.
It's going online, but it is playing in front. Starting August 30th, it is playing in front of Tenet, only in theaters for 9 days.
Denis Villeneuve, or some people call it Denis Villeneuve. Denis Villeneuve, as some people call it.
Excited for this movie.
I am very excited because it can't be any worse than the Pussy Monster movie David Lynch did.
David Lynch took his name. He hates that movie.
Good.
It's a tough nut to crack.
It's like whoever directed Battlefield Earth. It's an embarrassment.
Oh, the Scientology movie?
Scientology movie?
That's got Judge Roach's best acting ever.
Who directed that movie?
I don't know.
Does he still work?
I hope not. I bet it's the best It essentially like the biggest I love layer to Scientology.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, do your research, man. It
I
is.
wonder if Tom Cruise likes the movie.
Well, I don't know if he likes, but it is. It's kind of what they believe in.
I love Tom Cruise, but my
So-
God, Tom, don't. That's some weird shit.
It's kind of like the basis for their religion. It kind of is.
Yeah.
Alien species. It's weird. Anyway.
It's like Happy Gilmore from My Religion. A hockey player turns into a golfer. That's my religion. Hey, I like golf. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. This is long than I
It's like
thought.
Michael Jordan going from basketball to baseball.
To Space Jam.
Space Damn.
Hate that movie, by the way.
I love that. I'm
hate
excited
that
for the new
movie.
one with LeBron James.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Keep my
LeBron.
Looney Tunes away from basketball.
No.
I love my Looney Tunes. Keep them away from fucking
Oh,
basketball.
man.
Stupid movies. Hate
No.
those movies.
Anyway.
Looney Tunes back in action, kind of underrated anyways. But thank you guys for tuning in once again. We might talk about something actually interesting next time.
Maybe. It's debatable.
Maybe. I'm already bored.
Same.
So take care. There's a virus still out there, so be safe. Wash your hands, wear a mask, and have no. What does Bill and Ted always say?
Oh shoot!
What do they always say? Come on.
Be excellent.
Be excellent to each other. There you go. Have a good day.